Anyways, onwards we go for this panel. Let's read a question. Let's see what we have here. This is from Gayward Sun 42. If you were brought back for season 15, which of your characters would you want to play, and how would you want your return to come about? I would have loved to come back as John in season 15, particularly maybe in the final episode. I think it would have been fun. It would have been fun if we could have, played into that episode both young John and older John, where like you kind of like walk in a place and you see young John, and then, Dean's kind of like, oh, hey, Dad. And then I like say a line, and then you kind of turn around and see the older version of me standing in the same place, kind of same outfit, as if Dean saw both versions, in his own vision. I would like to be brought back to the show in any way possible, but I got to be honest, being able to direct in season 15 meant, a great deal to me. I think that coming on as a director for me meant a lot more than coming back as an actor. And I don't want anybody to think I don't care about coming back as an actor. I do in a great deal, but Bob Singer gave me the opportunity to come on and direct that show. And what he really did was give me the opportunity to go on and be a director by giving me that opportunity. Him and his lovely wife, Eugenie, would definitely understand those remarks. But you can't really direct in Hollywood until you direct in Hollywood. And Bob and the team at CW gave me that opportunity. And shout outs to Eugenie, because they both came to set to kind of make sure I didn't screw things up. And also, I felt a great deal of support with having both of them there. It's a little bit of pressure, but it's more support knowing that these two people that are so extraordinary at what they do are there to make sure you don't fall by the wayside. And that's a great compliment for any first-time director, for any new director. So yeah, I'd love to be brought back to the show as a character, but I was brought as the first time as a director, and that was just extraordinary. Let's see what else we have here. Sheila 92, who have I fangirled over? Ooh. I am slowly and kind of like slowly and quickly at the same time becoming a fangirl of Miley Cyrus. I've always liked Miley's kind of singing ability, and her new album I know is going to be off the charts. I've heard her sing a couple of songs, and I just think her voice is remarkable. So I would say I'm kind of like a Miley Cyrus fangirl at this point. And that's pretty awesome. There's my son back there walking by. All right, let's get another question going from Lucifer's wife. Hi, Matt. What did you like most about playing young John? Oh, I skipped a question. I'll go back to that one. What did I like most about playing young John? Well, I like that it inevitably gave me a life and a career and, a reason to be part of the supernatural fandom and world. I think that's, kind of an amazing thing to be gifted into that world by playing a character that was designed by the great Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who I showed him some love yesterday, and he showed me some love back online, and it was really sweet of him to write what he did. But he Jeffrey really created this character, and I was lucky enough to play it afterwards, which was such an honor because he just did such a good job, and you want to do something like that justice. So hold on. I want to go back. I skipped a question. Let's see. Oh, yeah. The one thing you want to do, but you can't because of quarantine. The one thing I want to do that I can't because of quarantine is be with you guys. I would love to be with you guys, having a real moment, having a hug and sweating and singing and yelling and letting all of our driplets fly. I know it sounds disgusting and gross now, but there was a time when we would yell and scream and sweat all over each other, and that was a fantastic time in my life, and I wish I could go back there. Oh, to go back and finish, to put a button on that, what did I like most about playing young John? I think the easiest way to put this is the thing I love most about young John is what came along with the role, and that's you guys. And that's this experience that taught me to open up and kind of taught me to, it just taught me a lot about life being a part of that show and the people that I've met through it. So it's not so much young John that was so special, but it was by becoming young John, I was gifted this universe, the supernatural universe, and that is really an extraordinary thing. So that's my favorite part about young John, by a mile. What do you like most? This is from Sarah. What do you like most about directing? Directing is an extraordinary process of doing all of the things that you get to do as an actor, but like 10 times the amount. So whereas an actor, a lot of times you're focused on your character's story and your character's intent and their journey through this story that you're telling, whether it be a film or a television show, you tend to really lean on that character and learn about that character. As a director, you want to do that for all the characters. You want to know everybody's story, everybody's ins and outs, everybody's whys, and everybody's intent. And then you get to worry about the other stuff and when I say worry, I mean worry in a good way. Like, you get to worry about what they're wearing and what they're holding in their hands and where they walk in scenes and where they talk in scenes and what the scenes look like themselves as far as set decoration and props and just all these different wonderful things. And so it's not just the director that gives you that final image on screen. It is a whole team of departments that are extraordinary at their job, but you get to collaborate with these artists, and these artists are working on a supreme level of creativity and passion, and to be part of that behind the scenes process, to me, is everything. I love it. I'm crazy about it. I'll be directing a couple of films in 2021. You should be excited for it. There is some sort of sacrifice in directing and some sort of triumph in directing that far succeeds anything else I've felt in the creative world. So yeah, directing is a all-encompassing, wildly stressful and passionate endeavor, but you get to climb and conquer if you do your homework. You get to climb and conquer Kilimanjaro every day. And every day you take your car and you get back to wherever it is you're sleeping, you realize that, wow, I did the unimaginable today, and that feels good, but I got to do it again tomorrow or for the next 7 or 8 days, however long your shoot is. And that is an addiction. I am addicted to that feeling, the feeling of overcoming and conquering and doing it with a team, standing in the rain and the sleet and the snow and the wind with a team of people that you're helping command forward, and you're trying to be their optimistic leader that can't be beaten down no matter what happens. It's just fantastic. Sorry, I choked on my spit. It's just fantastic. All right, moving on. Let's get some more questions. Oh, hi, Krista. Your question, let's see. Where can we drink all the beer for free while standing on 1 foot eating pretzels? That's a weird question, Krista. That's not Krista's question. I'm going to lower my leg. Those of you who don't know, I ripped my Achilles. I have to have surgery on Tuesday. No big deal. We're not going to let it get us down. All right, Krista's real question is, I was just making fun of her because she's like my sister. That's what siblings do. Krista, where can we see Mama Bear in its entirety? Entirety. That's a weird question, a weird word when you say it out loud. And what was the hardest scene to film? Oh, fun. So here's the thing. Mama Bear is no longer able to be seen anywhere, the short film version of it. I had it available for download, kind of because you guys all forced me to do that, and some of you got to see it that way, and some people donated to the cause, and so they got a link to screen it that way. The next time you'll see Mama Bear will hopefully be either on your television or in a movie theater, most likely on your television, judging by the current way things are happening, I don't know that movie theaters are going to be the best option moving forward. We'll see. Hopefully they are. I don't want movie theaters to go away. But you will be seeing Mama Bear as a feature film, most likely directed by me, maybe starring my wife, and some other famous faces that you may or may not know. So we're gonna make Mama Bear, and you're gonna see it as a full-length feature film, as well as another project called The Crash, which I should also be directing. And hopefully by the end of 2021, that'll be a reality for y'all. All right, let's move on to Helia 92. How's your leg doing? Okay, check this out, guys. While I'm being fully honest, let's just embarrass Matt Cohen real good. So Sunday at about 5 p.m., I was outside with my son, and I decided, hey, my son's 5. He's a super fast runner. He's good at sports. I've never taught him how to skip. This would be a good day to teach him how to skip. So I walk about 20 yards away from him. I turn to him. I push off one foot, and then my other foot hits the ground, and I hear a pop, like a super loud pop. And that pop was my Achilles tendon going bye-bye. And so, I broke my Achilles tendon skipping. And I'm not in pain right now, but I can't really move my foot or anything. It's just kind of dangling around sad. But Tuesday morning, I'm going to get it all sewn back together. And I have a surgery scheduled early Tuesday morning. And I'm sure I'll be punchy afterwards, tweeting things that don't make sense, because that's what you do after surgery. But I'm okay. I'm okay. It's no big deal. It's just a thing that happens, and it's part of, it's not necessarily part of getting old, although it kind of is part of getting old. What happened was I've been hard on my body for a long time, and I've had a lot of injuries that I maybe didn't rehab correctly or fully. And now it's time to pay the price. And I have to get the work done to fix these things. And it's going to be about a year of therapy and whatever. I got to do it. I have to do it. So if I sat here and got all sad and bummed out, what kind of example would I be to you guys when I'm always asking you guys to understand that you can overcome everything? So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to overcome this injury and move on and move forward and continue my skipping, my athletics, recreational skipping career. Thank you for asking about my leg, though. I appreciate it. Let's move on. Another question. This is from Lua, maybe. Hello. Do you have any future projects you can share with us? Love from Brazil. Oh, yes. Let's see. I kind of just touched on it a little bit. I will be directing in 2021 and also maybe starring in some stuff. There's many things that have happened over this quarantine. I've stayed real busy. My creative partner and myself, Lee Ehlers, we have put together a few different scripts, and we basically sold them all. 2 of them for sure, and then we have 2 more concepts that we're in the mix for right now. And everything is going in a different direction. Basically 4 projects for 4 different platforms, 4 different homes, 4 different genres, essentially. 2021 is going to be a busy year. If you want to see me on the reg, that's short for regular, you can see me on Entertainment Tonight. I am a host on Entertainment Tonight, and I usually host the weekend shows, and I pop in and out in the daily shows. So you can see me, and you can also see my son, Macklin. He just recently did an interview this week with Kelly Marie Tran from Croods, A New Age, as well as Emma Stone and Ryan Reynolds. They all sat down with my 5-year-old son, and they talked Croods 2, which is a fantastic movie, by the way. If you're a parent or if you're a grown-up that likes cartoons, Croods 2 is amazing. And if you haven't seen Croods 1, this is not an ad. See Croods 1. It's really, really good, and they really outdid themselves. Got to elevate my leg again. Starting to throb. They really outdid themselves with Croods 2. It's just such a fun movie. The kids will love it. Parents will love it. Let's keep going. Jacinta. So if you had an almost unlimited budget to direct a movie, I like where this question's going. What would that movie be like and who would be in it? Okay, dream scenario right now, how I'm feeling right now. This would be an ensemble action piece in which I create an action universe that the characters, our favorite characters from Supernatural, could exist in. If I had, let me see, if you gave me $10 million to make a movie, I could make a Michael Bay feeling, a Michael Bay-esque, a Michael Bay meets Guy Ritchie-esque action flick with a bunch of our characters just in outrageous over-the-top action sequences. So think like Guns Akimbo, and if you don't know that one, look it up. Guns Akimbo meets John Wick meets Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Wow, that's going to be some research for you guys. But that would be my Supernatural movie. Unlimited budget, a bunch of action, a lot of really witty dialogue, a lot of witty sarcasm, tons of curse words, because the movie would, of course, be rated R. I don't like action. It's not rated R. I like to go there with the action. I like to get it a little gory sometimes. But yeah, that's what I would do. It sounds like a great time. Love that, actually. Arena Kutsensova, I kind of can't say your name, I apologize. Hi, Matt, my name's Arena. My question is, did you like the ending? Are you happy with the way the story ended? I am happy. Look, I don't think everybody's going to be happy because the show ended. And I'm sure each one of you would have written the ending that you wanted, but we got the ending that the team behind Supernatural wanted. I think they did a fantastic job. And again, I want to sing high praise to Bob Singer and the way he carried out that last episode. The acting performances were so astounding that I was just gushing my eyes out this morning when I watched the episode. There were so many moments where once Dean... this is a spoiler alert, so I don't want to kind of ruin it if anybody hasn't seen it, but I'm sure you have. So once Dean's not around, there are all these moments where you see Sam looking next to him and feeling that emptiness. And Bob did such a good job at capturing those angles. They're so important, those moments. And Jared did an amazing job, and it just was such a good episode, I thought. I mean, look, the episode, we don't want it to end, so there's never going to be a happy ending for everybody. But I thought all in all, it was really well done. I thought it gave some closure. And then you have our two main characters, in heaven or in the afterlife, whatever it is you believe in, but that's where they are. And it was special. It was really special. I thought it was so special. I thought Dean's performance saying, as he was, in his final moments there in the barn, Jensen knocked that out of the park. And I couldn't even look at Jared without crying. They just did such a good job. And so at the end of the show, the only thing you really want is to do justice to what these guys have created, their legacy. And what their legacy is, to me, is they've been great leaders for all of us to follow and be supported by and to, kind of follow in the footsteps. And they were really true to the honesty of those characters saying goodbye. And I found it breathtaking. I thought it was some of the best television ever. I think both Jared and Jensen should get nominated for an Emmy Award for Best Actor. I understand that these type of shows sometimes get snubbed, but those performances should not get snubbed. They did an extraordinary job and should be recognized for it. And so, so my long answer to your very short question is, I love how the show ended. I don't love that it ended, but I love how it ended. I love how Bob and the team carried it out, and I love how the actors performed. I thought it was extraordinary, and I was very, very inspired by what I saw. All right, Judy Ann, is there a new hobby or anything you decided to learn while in quarantine? Oh my goodness. I attempted to learn sewing. I bought a sewing machine. I was going to sew some curtains, and then I was like, oh, I'll sew masks in the beginning and all that stuff. And I started it, and I did it for like a month, and then I stopped it. And so my sewing machine's literally been sitting out since quarantine started, and I haven't touched it, which is tragic. But yes, I want to do some sewing. I want to be able to sew stuff. So that's kind of like my new thing I'm trying to learn. Ow. I haven't really pulled it off yet, but give me time, and I'll be an expert sewer before you know it. I'm telling you. All right, let's keep it going. Vicky Garcia. Hi, Matt. I hope your foot's better, and Macklin is out for your entertainment tonight hosting job. Oh, yes, he is. Who would he want to interview? Ooh, okay. This is who he'd want to interview. Sorry, I got to move my legs to this side now. Macklin has, let's see, who's he interviewed? Well, he interviewed the cast of Scoob, the new Scoob remake, which was a pretty incredible movie as well. Man, I just can't get comfortable. Hold on. Hanging. And then he just interviewed Ryan Reynolds, who is one of Dad's favorite actors ever, and a guy that I kind of just admire in the business by the way he handles himself. But Macklin stole that interview from me, no problem. Emma Stone, Macklin also interviewed. I think like if Mario and Luigi from Super Mario Brothers, the video game, if there were those characters in real life, that's who you'd want to talk to. Because in the quarantine, I introduced them back in July, to video games for the first time, which was maybe the biggest mistake of my life. Maybe not. We'll figure it out. But I only let him play Mario, Super Mario, some of the old titles, because those are the only games I know how to play, because I'm not a big gamer. Although I wish I was. I like it. I like gaming. I'm just not great at it. He'd like to interview Mario and Luigi. That would be his thing. Princess, Toad, Toadette. There's this purple little bunny guy called Nabbit that he likes a lot. So he would probably interview those people. Let's keep it going.